Hail and well met. It's an absolute pleasure to meet you. My name is Azalea, and I'm the proprietor of the Prismatic Dragonfly Tavern. Don't be alarmed. You're seeing me through some sort of hijacked scrying spell that can record and save a series of images and sound. You most likely requested to view this through a local wizard, or perhaps it was stored in a magical artifact. I made this because between serving our lovely customers and breaking up a bar fight or two, I wanted to start creating these special recordings, if you will, of some handy recipes for those adventurers who enjoy frequenting taverns, but want to make their own favorite dishes at home as well. While many of our recipes here at the Prismatic Dragonfly are just committed to memory at this point, while browsing the market the other day, an interesting recent publication caught my eye called Hero's Feast, penned by the talented scribes Kyle Newman, John Peterson, and Michael Witwer. I perused its pages and I am beyond impressed with the recipes within, so I'm going to cook my way through the entire book and share my experiences with the multiverse. So let's dive right in with the hearty and delicious Traveler's Stew. For this recipe, you're going to need 1/4 cup all-purpose flour, kosher salt and your hot spice of choice, 1 1/2 pounds of beef stew meat, 1 tablespoon of neutral oil, 1 cup dark beer, 4 cups low-sodium beef broth, 1 teaspoon sweet paprika, 1 yellow onion, 2 carrots, 3 Yukon Gold potatoes, and about 1/4 cup of fresh parsley. To begin, we're going to grab a few bowls and in one, combine 1/4 cup flour, 1 teaspoon of ground salt, and your favorite hot spice. The recipe calls for a few grinds of black pepper, but I have a few customers, one being a rather famous gnome wizard by the name of Anomaly, that are allergic to peppercorn. So I tend to use a dash of cayenne pepper in my recipes when I want to add heat. After combining these, add the beef to the bowl and toss vigorously. Try and really coat these pieces so no wet spots remain. Next, take your tablespoon of vegetable oil and put it in a heavy pot and put that over medium-high heat until it begins to sizzle. Then we'll add the beef to it, turning them repeatedly to brown all the sides evenly. Now, depending on your pot and how your beef cuts came out, you may want to work in batches so the pot isn't overloaded and crowded. Nothing wrong with browning a handful, removing those pieces and setting them aside in a bowl, and then browning another batch until it's all ready to go. In this case, it seems to fit well enough in our pot. Once all our beef is browned, pour in 1 cup of the darkest dwarven beer you can get your hands on and use a wooden spoon to deglaze the bottom, scraping up all those brown bits of goodness. Then we'll add in 4 cups of beef stock and a teaspoon of sweet paprika to top it off. Now it's time for a long simmer to break down that meat and bring out all the flavors here. Place your pot back on the heat and cook at a simmer until the meat is tender. Typically, it takes about 1.5 hours to 2 hours. While this simmers, it's time to work on the vegetables. We're gonna chop up 1 large yellow onion into fine pieces, 2 peeled carrots into 1/2 inch rounds, 3 peeled Yukon Gold potatoes into 1-inch pieces, and last but not least, 1/4 cup of fresh parsley. After simmering our stew, we'll add in our onion, carrots, and potatoes to the pot, give it a healthy stir, and then return to the stove once more to simmer for 30 minutes to finish it off. There you have it, a wonderfully hearty stew in a very reasonable amount of time. When serving, take as much parsley as you like and sprinkle it onto the stew, and of course, serve it piping hot. This stew is amazing! The dark beer brings a lot of earthy and faintly malty flavors out, and it leaves you incredibly full and ready for whatever your next adventure throws your way. I hope you enjoyed this recipe and that you get to dig into your own bowl of Traveler's Stew soon. Good night and safe travels from the Prismatic Dragonfly Tavern. Be sure to look forward to our next recorded scry soon.